All right, what up, y'all? So it seems that people are a little confused on why last night on Monday Night Raw, Charlotte Flair was getting booed. And when I heard that sentence, when I first heard that confusion on why she was getting booed, I was very confused for a second. So I went back and watched it because I happened to miss Charlotte's promo in the whole Rhea segment. So I go back and watch it. Charlotte Flair was speaking about her injury, very unfortunate injury. It's amazing that she's back. She was sporting a knee brace at the Rumble. So she's not 100%, but she was good enough to win the Rumble. You know what I'm saying? So all blessings to her. You feel me? And she's in there talking about her recovery and stuff like that. And then the crowd's booing. The crowd doesn't want to hear her. And I don't know if this was on cue, like she was supposed to do this, or if this was genuine, but she kind of looks like a little confusion, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I guess she expected a warmer response, seeing that she's speaking about a real life injury that she had. This isn't a kayfabe, this isn't a character. She was real life hurt, you know what I'm saying? A devastating injury that ends careers, you know? But Charlotte was blessed enough to come back and be in a position to possibly win a championship at WrestleMania. That's an amazing feat on paper, you know. But she looked visibly confused on why she wasn't getting cheered or why she was just getting booed. And a lot of people were as well. And a lot of people were trying to shame the fans, saying, oh, you guys are supposed to cheer her because she's speaking about this. And I'm here to tell you this right here. There is no scenario where Charlotte Flair is going to be getting cheered for cutting a promo. Not in 2025. It's going to be very rare, I'll say. And I say it's very rare because Charlotte Flair is one of the most notorious heels in the history of the company. And the crowd, combining with the fact that she's one of the most notorious heels, the crowd may just not be happy that she won the Rumble. So her first appearance after the Rumble, she's probably going to get booed. And she's going against Rhea Ripley, who's a huge face, which means she's probably going to get booed, you know? Now, do I understand why people are confused and why Charlotte is speaking this way and she's not getting the cheers? Yeah, I understand why people are confused. I understand why, but at the same time, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, one, you can't expect the crowd to respond a certain way no matter what you say out there. You know? You hope that the crowd is, like, empathetic with you. You hope that the crowd is like, oh, I understand what's happening here. You know, let me not boo. Sometimes they won't. Sometimes their anger with you just oversees what's happening in the ring. I can't control it. You can't control it. It's not my fault. It's not your fault. That's just what happens. And me delivering this message to you, I don't want you in the comment section to say, oh, Lafayette, you're being mean. No, I'm not being mean. I'm telling you what happened last night happened. Everyone is confused for some reason. I wasn't confused. I watched it like, oh, I understand. The crowd's not happy that she won the Rumble. Do I think they should have booed the entire promo? No. But they did, probably for that reason. They probably just don't like Charlotte. Maybe in that city, they just don't like Charlotte. She could go to another city next week and they may cheer her. I don't think they will. And this is what I've been trying to figure out about this whole Royal Rumble situation. If you agree with the whole Jey Uso thing, if you don't, either way, you have to acknowledge that Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble is not the worst decision they could have made. Jey Uso is over. The crowd cares about him. He's charismatic. He checks off most of the boxes. You know what I'm saying? Charlotte Flair, she checks off the boxes that Jey doesn't check off as far as wrestling goes. But everything else, she doesn't do. You know what I'm saying? She has the wrestling thing down pat. Amazing athlete, amazing wrestler. But she has no character. She has no charisma. She has no evolution of her character. She's just been Charlotte Flair, the queen, for 95% of her career. I'll give her the 5% benefit of the doubt in NXT when they're trying to develop her. And even then, Ric Flair was very present. It was very obvious what they were doing. You've spent years making Charlotte Flair this artificially made legend. I've never believed the hype with Charlotte Flair. You know what I'm saying? Because she's always been a great wrestler. Okay, that's one thing, yes. But they put belts on her once, twice a year. She'll lose it, go away, come back out of nowhere and win another championship. And then rinse and repeat. Charlotte Flair has been doing the same rinse and repeat for years. And this thing, in 2025, I want to start doing this. I know I just did it with Jey Uso, but I did it in the sense of the Royal Rumble comparison, stuff like that. I want us to stop grabbing wrestlers from like different eras and say, oh, Charlotte's doing this. What about when someone else did this? What about the whataboutisms? We can't do that unless it's like very similar. You know what I'm saying? You can do the comparisons with Jey Uso because they both won the Rumble at the same time. You know what I'm saying? The same night. You can make that comparison. You can't just grab things from other. Oh, you can't be mad at Charlotte Flair when someone else did it. When Shawn Michaels did this, you can't just grab wrestlers to fit your narrative as a comparison. Charlotte Flair is the topic of conversation here, so we cannot bring other wrestlers into it and try to make Charlotte Flair look better. No, the problem is this company has built up Charlotte Flair by stat padding, and they can mask the stat padding with the fact that she's a great wrestler, so it doesn't look like stat padding. You understand? If they were doing it with someone who wasn't that good of a wrestler, I think a lot more people would point it out. But the fact that Charlotte Flair, when she gets in that ring, when the lights are the brightest, she goes in there and performs. That is the cover up. That's the whiteout. You know what I'm saying? On the mistake that they've been making for all these years. If Charlotte Flair was a lot more organically made, I would have. I ain't gonna lie to you. We all know Ric Flair is wrestling royalty, whether you like him or you don't. That's just what he is. Me personally, I would have liked if Charlotte was the complete opposite of her dad, and it took her longer to get where her dad got. You know what I'm saying? Moving out the way, the fact that she can wrestle very well, because we all know that. But the fact that they've spent their entire career trying to make Charlotte just a female version of her father, a lot of people look at that as her deficit, and that's the way I look at her. As much as I don't like Becky Lynch, I love the fact that Becky is her own person. She reinvented her character from what she was in NXT all the way to becoming the man, to the big time Beck stuff. I didn't like that stuff, but she kept reinventing her character. There's a lot of Becky Lynch decisions that I absolutely hate. When she came in there and squashed Bianca, that was the end of me ever saying, like, I was done with Becky at that point. But the one thing I can't say about Becky is that she's boring, because she finds a way to use her charisma. She finds a way to use her promo ability for as good or bad as it is. She finds a way to make it work. Bayley found a way to make it work repeatedly. Sasha, it took her a while longer to make it work, but she's in AEW now, making it work. Reinventing her character from Sasha to Mercedes. She's making it work. Charlotte Flair is just Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair has just been Charlotte Flair forever, bro. Forever. Charlotte Flair has been Charlotte Flair since before I can even remember. When I was introduced to Charlotte, she was Ric Flair's daughter, wrestling royalty. She's the queen. She's the best. In 2025, as a 24-year-old, she's still that exact same character. So people maybe are just now starting to get bored of that. People maybe just now are realizing, hey, why did she win the Rumble again? Why is she getting another championship? And I'm here to break something to y'all. I don't care if she fights Rhea, Tiffany, Julia, or all of them at once. Charlotte's going to win that championship at WrestleMania. That's my prediction right now. February 5th, 2025. I don't care if night 1, night 2. Charlotte Flair will be leaving WrestleMania 41 as the world champion. And you know what they're going to say to mask it? Oh, we gotta use it. Gotta use Charlotte Flair to get somebody over. As if Tiffany, Rhea, and Julia aren't already over. They're going to do it. I know they are. So when that happens and she comes out on Raw or SmackDown or NXT on that show, you think she's going to get cheered? No. Charlotte Flair, unfortunately, is going to get booed 9 times out of 10 for the rest of her career. And it's not because, oh, she's a great heel, she's getting a good reaction. No. This is called go away heat. The thing that fans like to act like doesn't exist anymore. Nah. Because you say that about a heel, and they say, oh, no, if you don't like the heel, you're doing your job. There's a lot of Charlotte Flair fans out there. And so is Charlotte a bad heel? Pick one. You know what I'm saying? Like, which one is it? Which one is it? I'm here to tell you what it is. Charlotte Flair, unfortunately, has fallen victim to the fact that WWE is very tone deaf. And I thought with this new era, we were going to go into a different version of this company. And there's a lot of things that Triple H has done so well for this company. This is a totally different company for Vince McMahon, but there's still little inklings of things that he used to do. And Charlotte Flair is the biggest one. A new era, but the same 13 times, how many times she fought to win a world championship? The same time, the same damn thing, every single time. It's really sad. Nah, think about it. You know, it's very sad when I think about the reality of the fact that this company has been just consistent in their wanting to let us know that Charlotte Flair is a Flair, and their like obsession with the fact that she always has to be at the top when she can. It's crazy. Because as soon as we figured out Charlotte was coming back, I was like, oh, this is going to get bad. Like, announcing her being in the Rumble, they might as well just said what number she came out as. They might as well, Charlotte Flair will be back at what was she, number 27, I think? Something like that. I know she was in the 20s. I don't really remember. Once I saw her face, I blacked out. I was like, oh, it's over. You know what I'm saying? But they might as well just said that. They had Charlotte doing the promos, the return backstage, and doing the little videos on SmackDown. I'm coming back. I'm the queen. I'm like, okay. Still? Yeah, like you still the queen? Like, you ain't got nothing else? You don't got a big time Bex. You ain't got a Bailey heel turn. You ain't got a ding dong hello. You ain't got a Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné ain't for everybody, but you ain't even got that. You ain't got a CEO in your bag. Oh, you just the same Charlotte like usual. And a lot of fans, they just like Charlotte Flair. And listen, if you're a Charlotte Flair fan, I'm not sure why you clicked on this video, but maybe you wanted to get yourself mad. If you're a Charlotte Flair fan, you're not a bad person. You're not a bad fan, you know. But I do wonder, when do you want more from Charlotte? When do you desire more? And the thing is, even if you can tell me when you desire more, her career is winding down. This is what Charlotte's going to be at her retirement. This is it. There's no other evolution for Charlotte Flair. This is it right here. Charlotte Flair has made it all the way to this point being the same as character because she has the machine, the biggest machine behind her of all time. A lot of superstars get pushed. A lot of superstars have that ultimate push, you know. John Cena's in there. Roman Reigns is in there. There's a lot of superstars that they always get pushed. And Charlotte Flair is that. Some you could say deserve it. Others you can say don't really deserve it. I'm not here to say that Charlotte doesn't deserve it. What I'm here to say is we don't deserve the same Charlotte Flair for 10 years. That's what we don't deserve as fans, you know. So we cannot be held accountable for us booing something that we've seen for our entire lives. If you can't bring nothing to the table, you can't expect the fans to give you the time of day at this point. Like I said, do I wish they didn't? I definitely wish they didn't boo her out the building when she was talking about her injury. I don't think that was cool. But guess what? I'm not surprised. I'm not astonished. I ain't gonna go, why would you do that? How could you do? I'm not gonna do that because I know why. It's not, I don't want to say it's not Charlotte's fault, but in a way it's not, because the WWE is the biggest machine, you know what I'm saying? And they're the ones pushing. Charlotte Flair is just going along with the push, you know what I'm saying? As far as I know, Charlotte never went like against it. Because why would she? Because she's just getting championships without having to work for it. And I promise you, if one more person tells me that Charlotte Flair elevates the women's division, I'm a freak out, bro. I'm really freak out because, like, bro, at some point you're gonna have to realize that Charlotte Flair, for half of her career, has not elevated anything. She's just a good wrestler in a wrestling company. She's not elevating the world. She's not saving the women's division. If anything, she's gonna be one of the reasons why it dies. Because we all know Triple H isn't the best at booking the women's division in the first place. So you throw Charlotte in there. When she wins that championship, I don't care who it's against. Tiffany, not beating her. Rhea, not beating her. Julia, not beating her. She's going to do it again. And the Charlotte Flair fans are going to act like this is not a problem. And everybody else is going to be like, oh, Triple H, same shit, new era, same shit. And I've been trying my hardest to like defend Triple H because he obviously is very better than our past administration. You know what I'm saying? Very obvious. He's better. He's definitely the main reason why we're here at this point of wrestling being in this big boom period again. But at the same time, as much as we're going to big up when he does something good, we have to criticize when he does something stupid. Jey Uso winning the Rumble, while I don't agree with it, was not stupid. Giving Charlotte Flair another win that she doesn't need, that's stupid. And unfortunately, there isn't much they can do to fix it unless they just take the championship shot from her, and they're not going to do that. They've already made their mind up. In their head, Charlotte Flair winning the championship is best for business. So at this rate, we just have to sit there and watch and hope that I'm wrong. I don't think I am. I would love if she chose Tiffany and Tiffany went out there and beat her in a great match. I would love that. If she fought Rhea for another match, which I don't want to see, but if Rhea beats her, I would love that. If Julia beats Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, I would be the happiest man alive. But guess what? I don't see that coming. And I'm tired of being positive about this company when they always find a way to show me how stupid I can look. Just for being positive. So, I'm going to go with my gut. And I'm going to say, you know what? It don't matter who she chooses. She could choose all three of them. She will beat all of them in the same night or all at once. Doesn't matter. Charlotte Flair is leaving WrestleMania 41 as a champion. And she's not going to lose that belt until probably SummerSlam. And then they'll say, oh, she elevated Tiffany. No, she didn't. Tiffany elevated herself. Tiffany was over way before Charlotte Flair even got hurt that first time. Rhea Ripley, miraculously over. And Julia also, she's over outside of America. You know what I'm saying? So she doesn't really need us. She never did. So again, what is Charlotte Flair really doing? If Tiffany is at the top, the Tiffy top. If Mommy, she always on top. And Julia is on top outside of America. How can Charlotte elevate them when all three of them are at their own different versions of the top? If they're already at the top floor, what can Charlotte bring them? There ain't nothing past you go on the elevator, you get to the top floor, there's nothing else there. It's just roof, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing else there. You hit a wall. If there's 20 floors, you can't go to number 21. There isn't a 21st floor. Charlotte Flair can't bring any of them up because they already up. 3 world champions, 3 at the top of their game, and all 3 of them do not need the rub of Charlotte Flair. And if this company, if Triple H continues to do things like this, even if he does the same thing with Becky, instead of giving new people a chance, just keep going back to the same old 4 horsewomen. I should start calling it the 2 horsewomen because Bayley, they don't care about her, and they ran Sasha out the damn company. They ran Mercedes out the company, and she in AEW making money. You know what I'm saying? It's a damn shame. It really is.